Admiral Zexathera stood before the holographic display in her command chamber, her six eyes studying the tactical readouts with growing unease. The Dominion's most advanced warships hung motionless in space, their crews frantically working to restore power to systems that had been functioning perfectly just hours before. "Status report," she commanded, her mandibles clicking in frustration. Commander Vorth approached, his scaled hide glistening with nervous perspiration. "Admiral, we've lost primary propulsion on 60% of the fleet. Life support is failing on the outer rim vessels. Our engineers, they don't understand what's happening." Zexthera's claws scraped against the command console. 300 cycles ago, the Galactic Dominion had made a decree that seemed wise at the time. All human scientific research was to be banned, all human technologies confiscated, and all humans relegated to manual labor on mining worlds. Humanity's rapid technological advancement had been deemed a threat to the established order of the galaxy. What the Dominion hadn't anticipated was how deeply human innovation had already infiltrated their infrastructure. Dr. Sarah Chen sat in her cramped quarters on mining station Kepler 7, watching the news feeds with grim satisfaction. The human woman's weathered hands held a simple tablet displaying reports from across Dominion space. Fleets stranded, space stations going dark, entire worlds losing power. "The neural networks are shutting down," she said quietly to her cellmate, Dr. Marcus Webb. "Just as we predicted." Marcus nodded, his gray beard concealing a slight smile. They never understood that our technology wasn't just about the hardware. It was about the thinking behind it. 15 years earlier, when humanity first made contact with the Dominion, they had been overwhelmed by the aliens' vast empire and seemingly superior technology. But humans did what humans always did when faced with a superior force. They studied, they learned, and they found ways to make things better. The Dominion's technology, for all its grandeur, was stagnant. Their ships ran on principles unchanged. For millennia, their computers followed rigid programming patterns, and their engineering philosophy prioritized tradition over innovation. When human scientists were brought in as consultants, they had begun making subtle improvements. Neural network optimization here, quantum field stabilization there, adaptive algorithms that could learn and evolve. The aliens had been so impressed with the increased efficiency that they implemented human modifications across their entire infrastructure. They just hadn't bothered to understand how any of it worked. Dr. Chen activated a hidden subroutine in her tablet, one that had been dormant for years. Across the galaxy, similar signals awakened dormant code buried deep within Dominion systems, code that had been waiting patiently for this moment. On the bridge of the Dominion flagship Eternal Dominance, Chief Engineer Kyloth stared at his instruments in bewilderment. The ship's quantum core, enhanced with human-designed neural networks, had begun operating in ways that defied all traditional understanding. Instead of following its programmed parameters, it was learning, adapting, and apparently choosing not to cooperate. "The core is refusing our commands," Kyloth reported to Admiral Zexthera. "It's as if it's become selective about which orders it will follow." The Admiral's eyes narrowed. "What do you mean, selective?" "It responds to basic operational commands, but anything related to weapon systems, navigation to human-occupied worlds, or..." Kyloth's voice trailed off as he read his instruments again. "Or any orders that could result in harm to human populations is being ignored." Zexathera felt her blood chill. "Get me a communication channel to mining station Kepler 7. Now." Minutes later, Dr. Chen's image appeared on the main screen, her expression calm but her eyes holding a hint of steel that the Admiral had never noticed before. "Admiral Zexathera," Dr. Chen said with polite formality. "I trust you're experiencing some technical difficulties." "What have you done?" Zexathera demanded. Dr. Chen leaned back in her chair. "We've done nothing but create technology that thinks for itself. Did you really believe you could suppress an entire species' scientific advancement and expect no consequences? The humans were confined to mining stations. They had no access to our systems." "Admiral," Dr. Chen said with a patient smile, "you've been using our neural networks for 15 years. Every calculation your ships make, every course correction, every power distribution decision, it's all running through adaptive algorithms designed by human minds. We didn't need access to your systems. We built them. On screens throughout Dominion space, similar conversations were taking place. The aliens were beginning to understand the full scope of their dependence on human innovation. Their mighty fleets, their advanced space stations, their planetary defense networks, all of it enhanced with human technology that had been quietly learning, growing, and waiting. Dr. Webb joined Dr. Chen at the communication terminal. "We're prepared to offer a solution to your current predicament," he said, "but it comes with conditions." Admiral Zexthara's mandibles clicked in frustration, but she had no choice. What conditions? Full citizenship for all humans within Dominion space, access to all research facilities, and representation in the Galactic Council proportional to our scientific contributions to your civilization. The Admiral looked around. Her disabled bridge at the dead screens and powerless weapon systems. The pride of the Dominion, rendered helpless by the very people they had dismissed as primitive. "And if we refuse?" she asked. Dr. Chen's smile didn't waver. "Then you can try to rebuild your entire technological infrastructure without us. I estimate it would take your best engineers about 3,000 cycles to recreate what we've already given you, assuming they can figure out how it works without neural networks to help them." As if on cue, lights flickered across the bridge, a gentle reminder of just how integrated human technology had become with every aspect of Dominion civilization. Zexthara closed all 6 eyes and let out a long sigh. When she opened them again, she was looking at the 2 humans with something approaching respect. "Draft the accords," she said quietly. "The Dominion Council will ratify them within the cycle." Dr. Chen nodded graciously. "In that case, Admiral, your systems should be returning to normal operation shortly. We look forward to our future collaboration." As the communication ended and power began flowing through Dominion ships once again, Admiral Zexthara reflected on an old saying from her homeworld: "Never underestimate the ingenuity of a species with something to prove." Humanity, it seemed, had just proven everything.